In this tutorial, I'm going to show you 5 attributes of Excel tables and why you have to use them if you have not started using them. Excel tables are really powerful, okay? But here I'm going to focus on 5 aspects of the tables and then the reasons why you have to start using them in your reporting within Excel. So here the first thing I'm going to talk to you about has to do with slices. That when you are using Excel tables in 2013, 2016, and then 2019 versions of Excel, you have the ability to use Excel slices to filter your data in a very nice and an interactive way. So here we have a very large data here, which is not in the form of a table, it's normal Excel range. So here if I want to filter this data, so maybe I'm interested in a specific department, what I would need to do is to just select that department I'm interested in, right click, and then you pick filter, and then you can pick the first option, filter by selected cells value. So here I can see the data relating to that selected department. If I want to change the department and look at it from a different angle, so maybe I'll want to see for audit services, I'll check this and then uncheck the ADC and then click OK. And you can see for audit services only. If I want to see for a different department, so I have to uncheck this and check that department and then click OK. So it means I have to be doing this back and forth anytime that I want to change the department I'm looking at. But when you have the data in a table, you can use a slicer which will enable you to interact with your data in a very friendly way. So I'm going to clear off the filters and then convert this into a table. So to convert a range into a table is very simple. Just select any cell within your data, you go to insert and you can see a table here, or you can use the shortcut Ctrl T and you'll be able to convert a range into an Excel table. So I'll click this option and I'm going to maintain this option here because I have headers for my table. So I'll click OK. So now we have it in the form of a table. So in that case, I'll go to the table tools, design, and you can see a slicer here. So I'll click on the slicer and then I want to filter by department. So I'll just check the department and then click OK. So now I can see all my departments in a visual way. So this will enable me to engage with my data. So if I want to see for ADC, I'll just click ADC. If I want to see for audit services, I just click on this. If I want to see for engineering, I'll just click on it. Or any other department that I'm interested in, I'll be able to filter them out based on my selection from the slicer, which you wouldn't get when you are using Excel range. Okay, so this one, you only have access to it when you are using Excel table. Now let's look at the next one, which has to do with calculated columns. That when you are using Excel tables and you hit a formula, there's no need for you to copy your formula down. Automatically, the formula takes effect in the subsequent cells. So here I have the salary here. So let me change this to a salary so that that's short form. Okay, so now we are going to increase the salaries by 10%. So I'll just look at new salary. So that will be equal to the old one multiplied by 1.1 and press enter. So now I can see the new salary. So I have to copy this formula down before it can take effect in the subsequent cells. So this has to do with Excel range. So let me clear this and show you what happens when you are using Excel table. So I'll convert this data into a table. So I'll go to insert table, click OK. So now I have it in the form of a table. So I'll come here and do new salary, then go to equals, then I'm picking my old one times 1.1, enter, and you see that automatically the formula takes effect in the subsequent cells as well. So there's another power or advantage that you get when you are using Excel table. The next one has to do with column label replacement. That when you have a very large data and you try to scroll down, you can see that you lose track of the column headers here. So one way of going about this is to freeze the top row. So I'll just select any cell within my data, go to view, and then freeze panes, and then pick the top row here. So in that case, if I scroll, I'll be able to see my column headers. But when you are using a table, there's no need for you to freeze anything. Automatically, as you scroll, your headers will become your column labels. So I'm going to turn off the freeze pane here and then convert this into a table. So I will select a cell within my data, go to insert and pick a table, click OK. So now I have it in the form of a table. Now if I try to scroll, you can see that my headers will automatically become my column labels. So this is a nice way and easy way to help you to avoid the time of freezing it or freezing some top rows. The last one here has to do with auto expansion. That's when you are using Excel tables. The table automatically expands as you enter new data. So I have a very simple data here. So I'm going to insert a chart for this. So I'll go to insert and pick a chart. So a very basic chart here. So now I'm going to add a new data for August, which is 1000. You can see that the chart is still reflecting the old information or the old data. So I have to adjust this to accommodate the new data that I just entered. But when you are using Excel table, there's no need for you to do this automatically. The chart will adjust to reflect this new entry. So I'm going to convert this into a table. Click OK. So now I'll go ahead and insert a chart. So now, okay. So let's try to add August data, which is 1000. Press enter. So you can see that automatically the new data is being reflected in our chart. So these are the 4 properties or features of Excel tables. So next week we are going to look at the structured formulas, which is also part of the benefit or the attributes of Excel tables. So stay tuned and thank you very much for watching.